Deeper women find that silver lining. Let's welcome Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. That is something new to hear about me about silver lining first time. It's good to know. Mr. President, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished, very good evening to you all. Today I've just grabbed this opportunity of table topic master role, which I'm going to play first time and differently, trying to do workout differently. Whenever it comes to impromptu speeches or impromptu answers, impromptu stories, we have in life so many opportunities where we have to tell something instantly without thinking, but it should be a very constructive way. How can we tell? Now we tell it, but many times we get caught, either it is a lie or truth, whatever it is, not convincing truth. So how do we make ourselves perfect giving impromptu speeches or telling stories instantly? So today's table topic subject, what I have picked up is to tell impromptu stories. But the trick is, the story you will not start, the speaker will not start the story. I will start the story, you continue the story and end it. At the same time, I'm also trying to connect this to one of the Toastmasters concept called tall tales. The story can be a fantasy, it can be a tall tale. You can imagine anything on the earth, which is not practical. I have no issue with that. So let us start with our first story. I don't know, members, anybody can volunteer. If not, I will pick up. Members, the first story is to start with. On one rainy autumn, can I pick up the member? Anybody is volunteering for Ahmad? Ahmad raised his hand first. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Ahmad, this topic is for you. One rainy autumn, a traveler got lost in the mountains. Please continue.
One rainy autumn, a traveler lost in the mountain.
Got lost in the mountains.
Got lost in the mountain. Then he walked, and the snow was falling. So he saw a small house, and he just knocked the door. Pretty woman, she opened for him the door. But she was living alone because her husband was going for some hunting. This reminds me of one of my travels to Iran, where I went really to a mountain, and it was raining. It was falling. The snow was falling, and it was really lovely. But I had a bad experience in that, because there was a telefreak was taking you to the top of the other mountain, and it got stuck in the middle. In Iran, everything is very old. It was maybe 10 years back. And I really got scared at that time. So I just waited until they fixed the thing, and when it came back, I never used telefreak after that incident. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmad Balushi. As usual, it's always a unique speech, connecting the story to yourself, your personal story, which is always a great thing in Toastmasters, anything connecting to yourself. Now I'll take the liberty of calling our next speaker. So may I ask our newly inducted Toastmaster, Imran Khan, to come forward to pick up the next speech, please. Toastmaster Imran Khan.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, in the 1930s and early 40s, when my grandmother was a young woman. Please continue.
she might be
Repeat.
She might be encouraging the people in India to fight for the independence.
You can,
because that was the time when
yeah.
because that was the time then Indians were preparing to struggling for the independence. So then in 1940, she might be encouraging the people to just go ahead for our independence.
Yeah, you can continue for one more minute, please.
Imran Khan, use your imagination. Keep going.
More what I can add to it that to at that moment to be there and to meet her and what I can say that to participate is as an independent fighter for our country.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Imran Khan. That was a good attempt, good attempt to that to an impromptu speech, instantly imagination. Good job. Thank you. And now, I will ask for a volunteer. Anybody want to volunteer for the next speech?
Akash.
Akash, yeah.
Shall I continue what Mr. Imran said?
Okay.
Akash was the speaker.
Sorry?
Akash was the speaker. Let's try one of the guests if they want to forward.
Yeah. I have an interesting story for Akash. Yeah.
I got a message. Ice Jones is interested, so you can connect her.
Okay. Ika Jones wants to do it. All right, we can give it to her, and then we can give an interesting story to Akash later.
Yeah. Sure. Now, I just want to go in for some imagination instead of practical thing. So our next story goes like this. Once long ago, a dog was married to cat. Please continue, Ika Jones.
A dog married to a cat. And what would we have? A cat dog? As babies? As puppies? Of kittens? That would be a fun sight to see. Very interesting. Not very possible. Either the cat would be very badly injured or the dog would have a trauma. Not sure which one would be the case. But yes, a cat dog and kittens and puppies combined. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ika Jones. Yeah, so actually when it comes to dogs and cats married, I generally connects me to the husband and wife. So that's how the fight goes on. So the next speech title, maybe we'll do one more and we'll see the time and continuity if it is there.
Jalal and Gus.
I can see a hand raising from India. Our guest, Toastmaster Joe. Yeah. So definitely this is a very apt subject for Indians to speak, particularly. There once was a crazy ghost. Please continue, Toastmaster Joe, please.
There was once a crazy ghost, and the crazy ghost, irrespective of we right now could be working from home, but their work hour starts sharp at 12 a.m. And as per India, ghosts will wear only a pure white attire. Right? We might not be like so properly dressed up for Toastmasters meeting, but they come dressed up so perfectly every time in that white attire. And this ghost was alone. The ghost was waiting for someone to be there in the house so that the ghost can scare somebody else, but instead, the ghost realized there is nobody around and the ghost started feeling scared. It was such a scenario that a Toastmaster becomes speechless. So that is how the ghost was feeling scared. But soon, the ghost did not give up. It was a vibrant ghost. It went to look around to neighboring ghosts and finally found out 20 ghosts. And they decided, wow, this is good enough to start a club. So they together started a Ghostmasters club. They chartered a Ghostmasters club and they went on to have a wonderful meeting. And guess what? We all would be looking at ghosts and thinking that, wow, though they are scary, but there is a ghost in each one of us, right? So there is some ghost moment in each one of us. So if that is something if we can take away from us, you will be even better than what we are. So that is what was the theme of their first charter meeting, on how we can be better humans, the ghosts were discussing. And the word of the day was scared. This is how they had a wonderful chartered meeting, and together they all realized that we should spread the word across to other ghosts and have more Ghostmasters clubs and have probably a virtual Ghostmasters International Convention. Table topic master.
Thank you to Toastmaster Joey. That was a wonderful, hilarious, humorous speech and a brilliant idea. We are running out of farming clubs in IT professionals and other professionals. Maybe we should find a ghost professionals club. So we are not, Toastmaster is not stopping on the earth. It goes somewhere else. So thank you very much for such a wonderful speech. Toastmaster of the day, do I have time for one more story, or I'm running out of time? Okay. So one last story, early birds, who is going to attempt it?
Yes, Jamal.
Okay. So may I call our another new Toastmaster, Yunus Abdullah, to attempt this last story? Yunus Abdullah.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So I have a brilliant storyline for you. Please make an attempt to speak at least 2 minutes, telling the story, whatever you like. You can take ABCDs, anything you can say. One dark, windy night, the man drunk was walking home after bar closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he was back to home, and he was drunk, high, happy. There is one person waiting for him at the door. It was his wife. So everything changed from happiness and joy to miserable night that she asked him to go somewhere else, and that's the end of the sad story.